60 days ago, it was $0. Not because he was unlucky, but because he hadn't started yet. And that's the only difference between this guy and you. Just imagine this for a second. You open your phone, check your bank account, and it shows 0. Not low, not almost broke, completely 0. That was this guy. No backup money, no hidden savings, no one coming to fix it. Just silence and pressure. The kind of pressure that doesn't show on your face, but sits inside your chest. The kind that makes you overthink everything at night. That night, this guy wasn't motivated. He wasn't inspired. He felt stuck. And that's something most success stories don't tell you. They skip this part. They make it sound like everything started with energy and excitement. It didn't. It started with discomfort, with confusion, with doubt. In fact, yes, this guy almost did what most people do in that situation. Nothing. He picked up his phone, opened social media, scrolled for a few minutes, closed it, and then opened it again, trying to escape the feeling. But no matter how much he scrolled, the reality didn't change. Because deep down, this guy knew something. If nothing changes, nothing changes. So instead of asking, why is this happening to me? This guy asked a different question. What can I do today that someone would actually pay for? Not next month, not when everything is perfect, today. That question didn't give him a perfect answer, but it gave him a direction. And sometimes, that's all you need. This guy didn't try to do something big. He didn't start a company. He didn't build an app. He didn't wait for a perfect idea. Instead, this guy looked at what he already had. Basic writing skills, a simple understanding of content, the ability to send messages, nothing special, nothing impressive. But instead of ignoring those skills, he used them. That same day, this guy started reaching out to small content creators. Not famous people, not big influencers, just normal people trying to grow. His message was simple. This guy can help you with your content. No fancy words, no perfect pitch, just action. Day 1 passed, no replies. Day 2 passed, still nothing. Day 3 even, same result. Now this is where most people stop. They tell themselves, this doesn't work. They go back to comfort, back to waiting, back to 0. And this guy, he almost quit too. He looked at his screen and thought, maybe this is pointless. Yeah, that doubt felt real. Because when you're already at 0, every failure feels heavier. But then something shifted. Not outside, inside. This guy realized, I haven't actually failed yet. I've just barely tried. That one thought changed his approach. Instead of quitting, he adjusted. He improved his message. He reached out to more people. He kept going. Then on day 4, a reply came in, simple, direct. How much? For a second, this guy hesitated. Doubt came back. What if I mess this up? What if I'm not good enough? But instead of overthinking, he answered, $10, and the client said yes. That moment was small but powerful, because it proved something important. 0 wasn't permanent. Most people would look at $10 and think it's nothing. This guy didn't. He saw it as proof that this could work. So instead of chasing $10,000, this guy focused on the next $10, and then the next, and then the next. He repeated the same process. Reach out, offer value, deliver the work, improve slightly, again and again and again. But here's something most stories don't tell you. Around the first week, something went wrong. One client wasn't happy. They didn't like the work. They asked for changes, then more changes, then they disappeared, and no payment. Now this guy had another choice. Blame the situation or improve. Most people would blame the client. They'd say, people are difficult. This isn't worth it, and quit. But this guy didn't. He looked at his work. He asked himself, what could I do better? And he improved. That mistake didn't stop him. It made him sharper. By day 14, things started changing. More replies, more clients, more confidence, and slowly higher prices, from $10 to $25, then $50. Not overnight, but step by step. Because this guy understood something. You don't jump levels, you build into them. By day 20, he crossed $1,000. Think about that. 20 days earlier, 0. Now, 4 figures. Still not perfect, still not massive, but no longer stuck. This is where most people slow down. When things start working a little, they relax. They get comfortable. They lose focus. But this guy didn't, because he wasn't chasing quick money anymore. He was building consistency. Every single day, he did the same thing, reached out to people, delivered better work, improved slightly. No overthinking. No waiting for motivation, just discipline. By day 30, another shift happened. This guy realized something important. He wasn't just doing random work anymore. He had developed a skill, and skills create leverage. So he made a bold move. He increased his prices again, higher than before. And yes, some people said no, but something interesting happened. Better clients said yes, clients who paid more, complained less, and respected his work more. That's when this guy understood. Cheap work keeps you stuck. Value moves you forward. By day 45, he crossed $5,000. Now it started to feel real. Not just progress, but transformation. Still, he didn't stop. Yeah, because he knew consistency beats excitement. And then came day 60, same phone, same screen, but a completely different reality. This guy checked his total earnings, $11,000. From zero, no shortcuts, no luck, no overnight miracle. Just small actions, repeated every single day. Now go back to the beginning. 60 days ago, it was $0. Not because he was unlucky, but because he hadn't started yet. That's the part most people ignore. They think success is about timing, about ideas, about talent. But it's not. It's about starting when it's uncomfortable, continuing, when it's boring, and improving, when nobody is watching. Because this guy didn't have anything special. He didn't have more time than you, and he didn't have better resources. He didn't have an advantage. He just made one decision: to start. So now ask yourself honestly, are you still at zero because you can't win? Or because you haven't started yet? Because this guy already answered that question. Now it's your turn.